Hello everyone, welcome to CliCli. Today we'll learn how to edit terrain in the editor. First, let's look at a desert oasis made in CliCli. Today, we will lead to build the scene of the desert oasis step by step together. The tutorial will include terrain edit, region, and our art style. Let's edit the terrain first. Open CliCli. On the right side of the interface, in Terrain Palette, we can see 4 tabs: Topography, Terrain, Collisions, and Vegetation. In Topography, we can raise and lower the ground, add bodies of water to create mountains and rivers. In Terrain, we can edit the ground texture on maps, with diverse textures such as cement, grass, and more. In Collisions, we can set rules for collisions and fields of view. This will be introduced more in detail in Tutorial, Basic Object, Decoration, and Destructibles. In Vegetation, we can add vegetation to our maps as a form of decoration. Today, we will mainly use topography, terrain, and vegetation to build the desert oasis. First, let's draw the terrain of the oasis. In tab Terrain, there are many textures for us to choose from. We can also click the Setting button here to go to the Texture Management to add or replace terrain textures. The current limit of textures that can be used is 32. Select an oasis-like texture. The size and shape of the brush can be set in Brush. Click the left mouse button and place it on the main interface. Long press and drag the left mouse button to draw a large oasis. Click Escape to exit brush mode once you've finished. In addition, you can set the color and alpha of your brush according to your own requirements in Graffiti. This is a variety of uniform colored textures. After finishing the terrain part, we can go to the Topography tab to adjust the scene. For example, if you want to raise the ground, you can choose Raise 1 level or Raise 2 levels. You can also change the cliff textures by selecting different textures here. Then, we can create a body of water for the oasis. We can choose deep water or shallow water in Topography. We can place shallow water on the edge of the cliff to create a waterfall. Note that, in order to create waterfalls on cliffs, there must be water in both the cliffs and under the cliffs. Use level ground. We can bulldoze the topography which has been raised up or lowered down. Use slope. We can create slope near the cliff and around the water. Use height. We can select a brush to raise or lower the level of the ground. Unlike creating cliffs, the height brush creates a much smoother and more natural sloping effect. If we click continuously or long press the mouse, the hill will grow higher and higher. Use Smooth. We can reduce the height of the uplift. After getting familiar with the tool, let's optimize the entire desert terrain. We can also add some vegetation. We can choose the type of vegetation, adjust the density, use Color Picker to change the color, and adjust the shape and size of the brush. Now, an oasis of our own design is complete. As we all know, the climate of the oasis is definitely different from that of a desert. So, how do we make the weather of the oasis different from the desert in the editor? We can use regions to achieve this effect. What is a region? A region is a custom area drawn on the map where logic can be attached. It is not visible in the game. We can add different logic to different areas, such as adding a command to build a tall building in this area, and a command to build a paradise in that area. We can set up multiple custom areas on the map, and make different areas have different weather by adding logic. For example, it is windy in Area A, rainy in Area B, and snowy in Area C. How to set regions in CliCli? In Object Palette, select Regions. Select the circle or rectangle region and draw on the map. Press Escape button to exit. Then, we can drag to adjust the size and the position of the region with the left mouse button. After that, left-click to select a region. In Edit Object on the right side, we can modify the name of the region. Here, we rename this region to Area A to help distinguish when there are multiple regions. We can also modify position, radius, and weather of the region. The editor comes with a lot of weather effects. Here, we select breeze as the regional weather of the oasis. Lastly, we can change the overall artistic style of the desert oasis. Click Details in the menu bar. Select Art Style. The Art Style window will pop up. In tab Style, we can choose different overall styles and different filters. In tab Weather, we can choose different global weathers. It should be noted that weather here refers to the weather of the entire scene. If you want to set the weather of some specific areas, you still need to use regions to set, as we showed before. The desert oasis is all finished. Do you like it? Now, it's time to review what we learned today. We learned about how to edit the terrain, how to use regions to set up local weather, and how to adjust the overall artistic style. In the next video, we will introduce Basic Object Unit. See you next time.